this thing on? Hello everyone. Thanks for joining us at the bar. Don't forget to take care of your server, even if that happens to be you. Let's head over to the table to see what Bob, Jason, and Brian are up to today.
Happy Friday.
It is Friday. It's been a hell of a long week.
Oh. Did you get that track from Devo's garage sale?
Yes, I did. I visited her this week and
right?
got it on clearance.
From Herbie Hancock's.
I would have given more than a quarter for that.
Yeah.
Sometimes you get good deals, sometimes you don't get good deals.
You should have been like bent over waist deep in that bucket.
I'm telling you.
That's like the Walmart DVD bin. At the,
right?
That's something. They keep lowering the price to the point that they're now putting movies in there like they're 4 movies per DVD. That's not even a single DVD for $5.
Are you talking about Walmart?
Yes.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, Walmart, have you heard what Walmart's done now? What they went off and changed? I was there the other day, and it's a quick story. I was buying one of those electric heaters, for water.
And there was a
kettle
kid pissing in the corner.
Kettle.
Well, that was a kettle. Yeah, the kettle.
Okay,
yeah.
the electric kettle.
Electric kettle. I was buying it. I looked on the shelf, said $25, pulled up the app, scanned it. It said $16. And I was like, okay, sweet. So I went up there. I thought, well, I'll get it for $16. I scanned it. It came across as $18. I was like, all right, we got 3 different prices, but still it's $2. So I called the lady over there and I said, hey, this is $16 on the app, but here it shows 18. And she looked at it and she goes, we don't do that anymore. I said, you don't do what? She goes, we don't price match our own store anymore. I said, what are you talking about? She said, Walmart has changed their policy that if you really want it for $16, you'll have to wait for the 2 or 3 day shipping. Otherwise, you can buy it for $18 here.
Yeah, and Walmart has different prices and carries different things depending on a different store, even within a city.
But who in the hell does not price match their own website?
Was she a manager?
No, I didn't carry an out or
I just
anything.
said, I feel like you're full of shit, lady. I'd like to talk to somebody that's more important.
Yeah, that's what I kind of hinted to that, but she goes, because I know her, because I've been up there a lot.
A lot.
Yeah, and she goes, no, seriously, that's what it is now. And I was like, okay, all right.
So did you leave it or did you buy it?
I bought it. I didn't argue for the $2.
Well, see,
It would actually probably cost you more in shipping.
Yeah.
Well, they'll ship it free, I think, for most things.
We got to remember a few weeks back, I ordered a few things from Walmart.com because if I ordered like $8 more worth of crap, shipping was free.
Oh, okay.
And so
usually ships free to the store, though. It'll say ships free to the store.
Well, they ended up sending a courier with one part of it. FedEx took another part of it, and then UPS brought the remainder. It was 3 different shipments.
Walmart is not going to be able to compete very well with Amazon. Plus, their website sucks.
It does suck. It's always screwed
Walmart.com is
up.
a joke. It's slow. It's glitchy. Amazon's just got them beat all to hell.
Oh, by far. By far.
But did you know that right now, there are only like 34 Sears stores left operating in the entire country.
Yeah.
Now then, we are talking about the founder of online sales.
You bet.
Everything that they did was started off mail-in catalog to their location.
Right.
They were the pioneer of distribution.
Yeah, and they fell behind.
And somewhere in the 1990s, they tripped over their dick and didn't say, hey, here's a platform where everybody in the entire goddamn globe
very passionate about this.
Can log in and place an order.
Right.
And we can ship it to them out of a distribution center like we've been doing for 150 years.
Well, not only that, man, if it wasn't for their tools and their appliances, their clothes and shit, where it was just all old people shit. Sometimes it seemed like they didn't keep up with the times.
No, they did not.
The store was, is just had that stodgy old person feel to it.
Right.
But I got to tell you, they sold their Craftsman line. It's now you can go to Lowe's and buy Craftsman tools,
and
which now in this day and age doesn't really have any better name than anything else.
Right.
It's not like it.
And they quit carrying caskets in their catalog.
Right. What do you do that for? And
we're talking about Sears, old people.
Well, they did not keep up with the times like they should have. But keep in mind that while Sears was operating, for many, at full strength here for many, 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 many years, Sears has made more money off of their credit services than they did in retail sales. So I don't think they really gave a shit.
Yeah, they probably didn't.
You know, I mean, I don't know. Things change, you know. I mean,
A lot of the big stores have left.
it happens. You know, Home Depot came along and really kind of kicked their ass, too.
Yeah, they kicked their ass, and
Home Depot
Lowe's.
and Lowe's. And of course, now Amazon, you know, just kind of kicks almost everybody's ass on smaller stuff, you know.
Do you think there'll ever be a day that Amazon's going to just totally take over Walmart?
I don't know. You know, if Walmart don't get their shit together, there's always going to be a need for a brick and mortar. You know,
Yeah.
we can't all just sit at home and wait for bread to come in 2 days.
Yeah, that's true.
So there's going to be a need for a brick and mortar store. And Walmart is that. Besides, where will all the god dang freaks go?
Wait, hold on. Hold on. I've got to bring
Paint
this up.
sniffers.
I went to Sears.com. I just typed in caskets just to see what would come
No,
up.
they do not.
No, they do not.
Oh, okay.
But what they do have, whenever you search for caskets, there are 4 available products.
What's that?
One is damp rid high capacity moisture absorber,
Right? Nice.
silver Trezzo lighter, Ajax bleach powder, and floor stripping pads.
Good Lord.
So basically, once you kill somebody, you can just log on to Sears and get all the cleaning equipment you need.
Yeah,
You
you can maybe put a new finish on the casket and then also keep all the moisture out. That's pretty nice. Yeah.
Okay.
That's horrible. I mean, okay, this is the people that, but, you know, I can't believe that they didn't ever get with the program.
It happens. You
There's
know,
a lot of them that
look,
do it.
You know, Amazon has this big empire, and so does Walmart. You know, Walmart was I don't know if they still are or not. You know, I think I mentioned this before, the largest corporation that ever existed, and it seems like they're falling behind.
Oh, they are.
You know, and Amazon is really kicking the living shit out of them, because who wants to go to Walmart, you know, unless I just have to have that damn kettle, like you're saying right then.
Exactly.
I'd rather go on to Amazon. Plus, I like how Amazon's set up to read reviews and all that. Walmart's site sucks. If you're listening, Walmart, get your shit together.
Yeah. I bet right now they're writing everything down that you just
Probably.
said. Yeah.
You know? And, yeah, I don't know. I mean,
Well, Amazon is just they've mastered it. Walmart's not even close.
No, Walmart is really falling behind. Whereas once upon a time they were the leader in technology. That's why they beat the shit out of Kmart.
Well,
Kmart couldn't figure out where their shit was, whereas Walmart had a computerized inventory system that tracked cradle to grave.
Right,
You know?
and Walmart's the reason that we have barcodes.
Yeah.
And another thing that's this reminded me of something. I used to work for a company called West. They're all overseas now. But what we did is we did the main, like T1, T3s. God, that's even low now. But the big connections.
You've got a bigger pipe in your house.
Yeah, exactly. But my accounts were Apple, Bloomberg, and North Grumman. I think
Northrop Grumman.
Yeah.
Okay, those were my accounts. And what we'd do is there was a server that we'd have to log into. We'd have to, type everything in and things would start getting together. Every single time that it started building this whole code, the word process Walmart would come across. I don't understand that. Do you get that, Bob? I don't.
No.
I don't know whether Walmart owns such a huge. Maybe they've got such a huge network somewhere that some of this shit's passing through there because it was AT&T.
Yeah.
But you could be doing an Apple order and it would still mention Walmart in the order.
That's
I
weird.
have no idea.
Makes no freaking sense. I never understood it, and honestly, I don't think I ever asked either. But it was never made any sense.
That's
to me.
kind of odd.
Yeah, it was odd. But it kind of shows how huge they are. But they are definitely falling behind.
That's a lot of industries that we're not aware. If you look at the face of what that company is, we don't realize how diversified they may be and where they're making money elsewhere. Like I said, Sears was making money off of their credit services more than they were in sales.
Yes.
Well,
And-
Walmart makes money off of every one of those little boutique shops.
Yeah.
Either every hair salon, every fast food place, every
Right.
Yeah.
But that's within their store. But
Yeah.
for example, Sprint, do you know what Sprint stands for?
Absolutely.
Southern Pacific Railroad
Yeah, I was there,
International.
yes.
Because they owned so many right-of-ways.
Yep. That was where they planted all their fiber optic cable.
Smart. So it's, that's good management is what that is.
Yeah,
You know,
that's
figuring
double-
out
that's
these
double
things.
dipping.
You bet.
But
And,
if that's good management, why did they go under?
I didn't say that.
They didn't. They
Well, they
merged-
sold out, but they were like the third biggest network or fourth.
they were third or fourth, but now then combined with T-Mobile, they're number 2.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
So
why don't you suck it, Brian?
All right, I got it. Bob, to answer your question a minute ago about listening to us live,
Yeah.
actually, if you just go to the website atthebar.us, you can actually, right now, if you look on the screen, it shows us live right now.
Oh, cool.
So
Live.
people can go there. So if you're listening to this afterwards and you're like, man, I'd like to, maybe be a part of them live, you can actually go to our website, atthebar.us. You will see it live on Friday nights, and then you can talk to us there.
You'll also find a link to pre-order our 2022 Sexiest Men of At the Bar podcast calendar.
Oh, it's so hot.
And, there's going to be some repeats because there's only 3 of us and there's 12 months. So,
Dude, that one with you with no pants on and the hot chili pepper, that's hot.
and
Okay, Brian.
that's
What?
not in the calendar. That was just something I showed you.
Oops.
You wanted to talk about this band Brass Against,
Oh, yeah, I wanted to speak
But-
about them, yes.
but you called them Bass Against on the...
Did I call them bass?
Yeah.
Shit.
Bass
Brass against.
Bass
So you
against.
got-
I left out the R.
You're going to edit that title.
Yeah,
Well,
I will
the
definitely
guy
do
that was under her getting peed on, he kind of, I bet he thought it kind of smelled like a bass. And
Or it could be bass.
Yeah.
Bass Against.
Yeah.
Because they're
Yeah.
both spelled the exact same way.
Yeah, that's
because
true.
this is American English.
Yeah,
it's just
that's
funnier saying bass.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Bass
But we did
against.
talk about this
You got
and
your bass against me, lady.
Apparently, from what we've been reading,
largemouth bass.
A largemouth bass. It's a real bucket mouth.
they have apologized for peeing on the fan's face, but NASCAR has permanently banned the band from its venues.
Yeah, it
I didn't
doesn't-
realize. Now, Bob had found that they had actually done this at one of
Daytona.
Daytona. I didn't know that.
So
What possesses you? Now, I understand that people like to do wild shit, but apparently this lady's not known for this. And all of a sudden, she's just like, I'm not
Apparently,
peeing on
she's
someone's
not
face.
known at all. I mean,
Well, okay.
The music's
Brass
actually
Against,
good.
I've never even heard of them.
And how does she get a guy up on stage to lay face up under her crotch while she's going on him?
Right, and then he's just kind of like, "Oh, this is awesome." I mean,
he was-
your average NASCAR fan is not going to go up on the stage. You'd be like, "What in the fuck are you doing, lady?"
Well, okay, so back in '97, I went to Fort Worth Motor Speedway, and there were 387,000 of us there for the Blockbuster Music Fest, and I doubt many of those were NASCAR fans.
That's true.
So the venue did not dictate the crowd.
Well, that's true. I mean, what the hell was she there for, though? I mean, was it just for their concert or what?
Well, it was part of a big music festival. They were one of the acts.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she was
And Trump-
actually just doing a show.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Well, then, so maybe they were into it. I mean, if you're that close up to the front of the stage, maybe you're into Brass Against, or maybe you're just into the whole thing. I don't know. But
I don't
still,
know either.
Not everyone is going to really enjoy being peed on.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that. In fact, I got to thinking about that. And, okay, I'm not saying that it would be a hard no every single time, but somebody's got to bring a whole lot to the table for me to agree to something like that.
Yeah, not just asparagus smelling pee.
Right.
Is that them? Yeah. Are we going to get a copyright thing?
And, okay, and they've got a trombone in the band.
Okay, they're doing Rage Against the Machine right now.
They
Testify.
got a tuba in the band, too.
Yeah, it's all brass and her singing.
That's
So check
kind of
this
cool.
out. Yeah, they're actually good.
Now, after looking at her, I kind of want her to pee on me.
Yeah, bring back Rita Moreno memories.
She kind of has a nice little Rita Moreno flavor, doesn't
Yeah.
she?
Yeah, she kind of does.
Looks like Rita Moreno and shit, who? Whitney Houston had a baby. And then that baby pissed on a crowd
Yeah.
member.
Okay.
So,
Anyways, there
Well,
you
now
go.
I'm going
That's
to
what
look
she
them
sounds like.
up. And you know what? Now wow, she's kind of hot.
I told you she's pretty attractive, but the whole peeing thing's kind of like, I don't know about that.
okay, if she's going to pee, don't wear full length pants. Wear a skirt.
Yeah, and hydrate so it's nice and clear. I don't want some stank ass piss.
Yeah, I mean, when you watch that, it was like, holy shit, I think that chick's actually pissing on him. And
Yeah.
then there was nothing fake about that.
There was nothing fake
She
about
was in
that.
the moment, wasn't she?
She was up for
She
it.
was moved.
Maybe she's one of those chicks that get into peeing on guys, and that guy's into it.
Yeah, she's
Well,
okay.
obviously she is into
obviously
it.
she's not horrified
Okay,
by
but
it.
No.
apparently that was a spur of the moment thing.
Yeah.
That's what I
So
heard.
where did they find a guy at the spur of the moment? Did they send somebody in the crowd going, "You want to get paid on? You want to get paid on? You
Could have very well happened like that.
Yeah, I mean, there's just no. Maybe it was a setup type thing, for whatever publicity, but because even bad publicity is good publicity. So it's I don't know. You don't just pull up one random person and be like, "Man, I'm going to pee on you," because you don't know which way that's going to go. I mean, the guy could have got up and knocked the shit out of her, too. And then sued the shit out of her for assault or all kinds of stuff.
It had to be someone she knew.
And
Right?
he didn't get the $1 million for being on national TV for putting up with that.
Right.
So, Bob, that was Brittany on stage. Would you let that happen?
Ooh.
Oh, he's actually going to think about it.
We'd have to have a talk, and there'd have to be like parameters, conditions, and then.
Well, what would be the condition?
I don't know yet.
Like she couldn't have saved it up all day having to piss.
Yeah. Right.
She's like, "God, it's been a whole minute. You're still pissing, lady." First of all, I don't want any chick to piss on my face, man. I don't want her to piss on me. Period.
No, I don't either.
But if it's going to happen, we're making a list of things of my demands.
Well, we know your demands is to eventually have sex with her. Yes.
Right. We know where it's going.
Yeah, we know where it's going, Bob. But to actually do it,
it's not
we know
like
where it's going.
It's not like his listening to man's a lovely evening out.
I would like you to buy me flowers.
Well, it might start like that,
and then a
we're gonna have
lifelong friendship that is absolutely platonic.
No,
he's going to be like, "Here, come over here. I'm going to fill you full of tequila." That's going to be
not.
it.
Yeah,
no, but there might be a dinner involved. There better be a shower close by, real quick. Plus a fresh
you just
change
got
of clothes.
one, a golden shower.
Yeah. What else could you ask for?
It's sterile when it first comes out.
A bar of Zestfully Clean is what I'm looking for.
You're not clean. You're Zestfully Clean.
Right. I want some Irish Spring in that shower.
Yeah.
Okay. Speaking of which. Are you guys soap guys or are you body wash guys?
Soap. I ain't using fucking body wash. That slimy shit.
I'm back and forth.
I can't. I don't know. I don't like this.
I can't find a good soap bar.
Oh man,
Dial.
What I've been using. I used to be a Lever 2000 fan.
Yeah, I was
for years.
Yeah.
But now I use the Dial coconut water scented soap.
That's why you smell so good.
Oh, I love to lather up my.
I bought 24 bars for like $6 in 2018. I think I've still got 6 left.
I don't know. I go through soap pretty quick.
I bought some Dial something. It was supposed to be all natural or whatever. It's kind of weird because, usually some soap you use, your skin still feels a little soft. Man, this shit, when you wash it off, it's like coming to a skid on your skin. It just
degreased you.
Yeah, it does the job.
You misread it. It just says Dale on it. Some guy named Dale makes it locally. See you enjoying my soap.
Why'd you like that?
You're Dale-fully clean.
He's got a cauldron out back.
Right.
3 old women are standing around it, passing back and forth an eye.
Look at him. He's squeaky clean. Well, you know what? I will say this. I don't want any perfumes or dyes or anything else if I'm going to eat someone's ass. I want it to be squeaky, clean, all natural.
All good.
Yeah.
Did you ever buy any of that soap, the one that you'd see the commercials on YouTube? The guy with the long hair, and he was like, "You want coconut rum?"
Oh,
and,
Squatch or Dr. Squatch?
Sasquatch, yeah, Dr. Squatch. You ever buy any of that?
No.
I thought you were talking about like Troy Polamalu.
Man, I almost bought some. It is expensive-ass soap.
Look up Dr. Bronner's. Dr. Bronner was a fucking flake. He even got committed to a mental institution and escaped it. But Dr. Bronner's soap, his whole family has carried on the tradition and everything, but it's just writing all over the. It's obviously the ramblings of a madman, but it's all about, one love and peace and more. But I think he was a Holocaust survivor, everything else. But yeah, Dr. Bronner's.
Is he the brother of that guy that bakes all the bread?
Oh, Dave's awesome bread. This fucking guy with a skullet and a guitar on a bag of bread. But you know what? Dave's is actually, he was a convict. It's
Shocker.
It's a family business. He got out of prison. He went back to work, but he hires a lot of convict labor and helps them out, ex-cons.
That's
Not
why I
convict
found a
labor,
knife in my loaf of bread.
So a threat, a little piece of paper with a threat written on it. I'm going to fucking kill your family. No, but Dave's awesome bread. But the guitar's a little over the top. Man, I'm into baking bread and playing some tunes, man. That's what you think of when you see him in the haircut. It looks like a big old skullet. It's like, come on, man, Dave. I think he needs to take his picture off the fucking loaves of bread and he'd be all right. But it was a family business, and he decided to take more of an active role and then started doing this. And from what I understand, they're doing really well because I looked them up one day because I was like, what is this guy's fucking deal?
I think it's like $8 or $9 a loaf, maybe. It's not cheap, but it's all natural.
Right?
Your
so's my pubic hair, but don't give me the right to charge $8-9 a fucking pound.
We used to have a monastery here in town that would bake bread.
Yeah, over there at Forest Park.
Yeah, and his brother John's bread, I believe, was
They
the name
picked
of
the
it.
fuck up and went to Kansas.
Really?
Yeah. They're like, fuck you, Forest Park. That shithole of a town.
Do y'all ever think that, honestly, because, like, everything we buy that's supposed to be good for us, supposed to be great, it's all natural, it's made from recycle.
Hemlock
it costs
is all
way
natural.
more than what you can buy of something else that's just made.
Well, first of all,
Why don't we ever go and change that all around so everybody will buy it?
good ingredients cost money. Good things do, they cost money, but the recycling and all this other, they're counting on you to pay more for your conscience. If the selling point of that project or product was that it was all natural, that's the appealing part to
Yes.
you. Not it's full of preservatives and fillers. You're not going to pay more for preservatives and fillers, I'll just go get this, You're looking for this product that's all natural and it's fair trade sourced, whatever, and cruelty free this and biodegradable 95% post consumer content in it. You'll pay more.
Vegetables do not cost more than meat.
And organic.
I know,
they're
but
like,
They do.
yeah.
McDonald's, a salad, $8. A regular salad, a cheeseburger, $1. Now, where is that backwards? It costs more. Well, apparently it doesn't. No, I think it does cost more to make that burger than it does that salad.
No,
no.
I don't think so.
Lettuce and tomatoes.
McDonald's buys the worst fucking beef out there. I knew somebody that was a truck driver, and they hauled cattle that was purchased from auction by McDonald's purchaser. He literally had to pull a cow out of the truck. He said, I am not hauling this thing. Its head was split open. It was like it had cancer and shit. It was all jacked up. I mean, this thing had a tumor that literally like partially dislodged its eye. He's like, they don't give a shit. Have you ever seen a USDA inspection of live beef? They run it up and down an alley like, yep, they're looking good, and they load them up. But McDonald's, he's like, man, this big cancer head cow, and McDonald's like, yep, we're sold. I mean, just whatever,
That's disgusting. Now I never want to eat there ever
And,
again.
McDonald's dominates the potato industry as far as what farmers produce because there's a specific breed of potato that McDonald's demands because it's long.
Yeah.
And they want longer fries. And so that
Don't we all?
that affects the fucking market. Yeah, but that's we don't realize all that stuff. But their salad, I don't know. Does it come in a bag of pre-made salad, or does McDonald's an employee have to prepare it?
I think it probably comes already made together in the plastic bowl and everything else.
Sure, I don't know, because if it's more expensive, it could be because of the fact that there's more labor involved in it, or
When I was running restaurants back in the late 80s, we were chopping lettuce, grating carrots,
right,
and
Yeah.
shredding cabbage and all that good stuff to make the salad. So
Yeah, but everybody's gone so. Look, when we were leaving Taco Bell when we were younger, they were just starting to play with the dehydrated beans.
right,
And now it's fully dehydrated beans. Just add water.
right.
Yeah.
They don't even cook their own meat anymore. Nothing is cooked.
that I didn't
in store.
know.
Yep.
Wow, that's disgusting.
Yeah,
too. God, it makes you want to eat at home more.
They pull out
Absolutely.
they pull out a bag of ground beef out of the refrigerator and put it in boiling water until it gets up to temperature and starts slinging tacos.
Yeah, so I don't know. I'm just saying all the organic and natural shit. Yeah, it costs more. They're going to charge you more, and you know what? Most consumers will pay for more
Okay,
if they're really
so-
into it. It's like I don't eat anything that isn't free fucking range or okay, and you're going to pay twice for it.
So
Yeah.
think about this: as the fruit is hanging off the tree, if it's got pesticides and herbicides and all of that, it's going to cost less because they're spraying the crops. But if it's
Yeah.
organic, they're not going to get as big of a yield because the bugs and the birds are going to get some of it.
You bet.
And they're going to have lower yields.
And it's got to be processed differently and somewhere else, or whatever. I mean,
and there's a certification process they have to go through to be labeled organic, and that's expensive because the land has to be organic that the trees are growing on, and then everything.
Why do y'all always got to make sense?
Well, it comes down to that we are no longer. It's not just a convenience product now to go to the store and get this. It's not a convenience; it's a necessity. Unless you're on a farm and you're you're a subsistence farmer for you and your family, which you can't do that and work another job. So there's some things you can do. You want good quality eggs, get a few laying hens. You want certain fresh vegetables that you can kind of put them in your backyard, but I bet you reach for a bottle of fucking Ortho and the insects move in on it.
Yeah.
And you'd have no problem. Be like, man, I grew these myself. They're so much better for you. Yeah, I used a pesticide, but it just seems like it's so much better for me because I grew it myself. That'll stick in your mind. It's all perception. But you know what? The tomatoes you bought at the store that were treated with pesticides and everything else and grown in a fucking hothouse and probably a hydroponic operation.
I don't ever think about the pesticide stuff. Honestly, I think about, wow, I didn't have to go because like tomatoes are like $4 for a little bitty, and like the little cherry ones
right now
are expensive.
high,
but I can grow the fuck out of those. And
so
get a lot
exactly.
of them. And I've already done
a greenhouse, little greenhouse, and so
we overrun that greenhouse.
Yes, we did with Bob's little special mixture.
I'm telling
Jesus
you, it just
Christ.
got crazy. Yeah, so you can do all that, and you know what? That's nice.
It was very nice.
But it's time consuming and things like that.
I guarantee you, my grandparents had a garden every single year.
Oh yeah,
and I would almost
parents did.
The amount of time they spent versus the amount of produce they got. They should have just went to the store.
Yeah,
there's a lot they put into it. My dad had a huge one. He put a lot into it.
I've grown a couple of big gardens, but when I was a little kid, we had a huge garden. My mom and stepfather still plant a big garden every year, but it's not as big as what it used to be, but they grow the things they want to in it,
instead of everything.
And, so there's certain things but the price, you're not really saving any money. When stuff's in season. Right now, supply chain, all this other horse shit and prices going up and everything. Yeah, you might save a little bit if you had a different operation.
Well, right now we've got all these container ships waiting at the docks trying to get unloaded.
You bet.
And produce is actually spoiling before it ever gets to port.
Yes, it's a supply chain issue. We can't get shit into ports. And I'll tell you, certain things I think you're better off growing yourself because they're so easy to grow and they're cheaper. Go buy fresh herbs at the store. You pay a lot for that little bitty container, whereas fresh herbs are easy to grow.
Yeah.
Grow them in a damn window box.
You can grow them anywhere.
So something like that is nice to be able to, reach over and cut your own stuff, I mean, it's kind of a neat, makes you feel like you did something better with your processed ass meat and other vegetables.
Speaking of meat, Jason, when you get an erection, is it curved?
Okay. So here's the thing about curved penises. They can measure that curvature, and they do. Don't ask me why I know this, but they measure it because depending on the curve, it could be Peyronie's disease.
Oh.
And which can cause scar tissue to form and things like that.
See, I never knew that because on the way over here, I heard a commercial about do you have a crooked penis? And I thought, wow, people are going through all this just to straighten out their crooked penis.
Some of it
I didn't know it was a disease.
It's called Peyronie's.
Yeah, PD. I didn't even know what it meant, but now I get it.
Peyronie's disease.
Okay.
And they actually have like this little compass thing to measure the angle of your dick with, and like.
But they were explaining that you can't, once you get one of the shots, you can't have sex for 4 weeks after the 2 weeks before the shot and 4 weeks after the shot.
Yeah.
Because they said you can actually break your dick.
Yeah, the problem is that curvatures. We're trying to straighten out that curvature. So
yeah,
I don't know how all that works, but I'll tell you, it can be painful though too. That some of the extreme curvatures, and I don't know if it's Peyronie's or not, but I know there's some kind of a disease that causes a painful downward curve of the erect penis.
Yeah, well, this one was just talking about it makes your penis straight. So I thought maybe guys were not so confident in their sexuality because their penis is bent.
No.
That's what I thought it was all about. I was like, have we gone that far? So, okay, now I get it. That's what you're saying.
No.
Yeah. Bob, is your penis crooked?
I like that gentle
No.
stretching
Okay.
and straightening activity is also known as penile modeling. Yeah, I've got a curve to mine. I mean, you know, I like to call it the G-spot pleaser. It's not like it's curved into a C, you know. It's
Right.
not,
You don't have to watch where you're aiming when you pee.
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, you know, the only time you see the curve is, you know, when it's erect, and it's not a sideways curve or something. It's
Yeah.
not like it's, you know, leaning one way or the other, but it's more of a slight upward curve. In fact, if you'll come over here and help me get it erect,
So you've got,
I'll show you.
you call it like a swan. No, I'm not going to help you.
The swan.
It's the swan penis.
It's all
And then if it's been the other way, it'd be like the dolphin penis, maybe.
And it wouldn't be so gross, except it slips in and out of its sheath like a dog's, you know. So
All right, so
Spiked like a cat.
Jason does have a slightly, you know,
slight curve to my
slight curve. I think
Peter.
I've got a slight curve. And Bob, you're saying you're straight as an arrow.
You know, I really haven't looked to see if there's a curve or not, but I always figured if I had a curve.
Run off to the bathroom and let's find out what we got. Come
You know,
on.
this is more information than I ever wanted about you two guys, and I can't believe I even gave y'all this information.
Out of
but-
everything we talk about, this
Hey,
is what
Jason,
you're worried about.
Yeah.
After our trip to Jamaica, Jason should know if I've got a curve or not.
Jason's got a curve.
No, he said I should know if Bob's got a curve or not.
Yeah, I know.
And,
Does he? Does he have a curve?
you know, I wasn't really focusing on that, and you know, so yeah, but Peyronie's is definitely it's a real thing.
I still think Jason was uncomfortable with me walking around.
It was just like we're really doing this.
God, this is actually happening.
We're here.
That's funny.
But yeah. Why? Okay, you say you heard it on the radio, because now I'm thinking you've got a real curved penis, Brian, and you're worried about it. You've been looking online.
Oh, no. I just heard it on the radio. No, I really haven't been looking. No.
I always thought any curvature to mine would be because of using one hand versus splitting the load.
Yeah, no,
Exactly. Yeah, I thought maybe just kind of, you know.
No, it's, you know, that old saying, you can tell by the angle of the dangle if the meat's been beat. That's not true.
And so now that we've talked about that, I want to talk about this real quick. I was curious to what people are searching whenever they find our podcast. And these are all the keywords. Best dildos on Amazon found us. Dildos Canada found us. That must have been Chris. Superman number 30, which I don't know what that's all about. And then Dance Monkey Karaoke.
What
There's
the
got to
hell?
be a chicken involved.
Now, what do you mean search terms by what?
Like when people are like out on the web or they're in an actual app or something like the Deals with the Podcast or even straight up Google, they can type in, you know, their keywords and we might show up on the list, and that's how they clicked on us.
Vulgar hedonism.
Yeah. Yeah, shit like that. Vulgar hedonism. Somebody typed, 3 people typed that in.
We should probably name our show that.
Oh, and Pandora Karaoke and Bar.
Best dance clubs
Of
in
the
San Antonio.
And somehow we end up on that list.
Memories karaoke. A lot of karaoke.
Yeah, I know.
Karaoke bars. San Antonio.
You know
Dance
why?
Club.
Because our description has the word karaoke in it. And dance club. That's why we're being found on that part. And it also it says dildo. So now that makes sense now.
Peyronie's. Put that one in there.
Look right
See
here.
what we get.
Dance clubs, ultra lounges, and then our interests vary. And then right here it says, example, 1800, they use leather dildos. So
You know,
there
we
go.
should probably
We need to change those words up.
change all of that up.
Just make sure that you spell the title correctly.
Yeah, no shit. I know, brass. All
Yeah.
right. I was in a hurry.
Bass.
So anyways, that was our top key words.
Brass against.
Oh, and Jim Baker customer service somehow found us.
Oh, wow.
Big
Somebody was real
dildos.
surprised.
Somebody's looking for rice.
Hey, look, and our favorite Peloton.
Peloton showed up on there.
Peloton.
And Snoodle.
Snoodle. 30 people looked up Snoodle. Yeah. Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
That's really neat to have that at your fingertips.
Yeah.
Oh, well. Okay, so the last couple of days, not to get off of this interesting subject, been catching a show called Ted Lasso.
Oh, yeah, Ted Lasso.
Yeah, great show.
I have not seen it.
Okay.
Oh, man, it's great.
Well, what I didn't realize is how easy it was to watch the whole damn thing, because the first season's 10 episodes. They're about 35 minutes long apiece.
Yeah.
Second season's 12 episodes. They're still 35 minutes long apiece. So I got through the whole damn thing in 2 days.
Hell yeah.
But
Ain't nothing like binge watching.
it is funnier and shit. I look at the the promo with, who is it? Sudeikis, Jason Sudeikis.
Yeah.
that stars in it, and he's there and he's got a '70s porn stash on, and I'm just thinking, how interesting could this possibly be?
It's the porn stash, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that the chick y'all were talking about earlier?
Okay.
Yes.
So in the Ted Lasso movie, I thought it was going to be a copycat of Major League, because we've got
That's what it sounds like.
owner of soccer team wants to tank the team, so she hires an American football coach to come over and coach the team.
Yeah.
Which, if you think about it from just an overall perspective, that is a stupider than shit idea. Why couldn't she just go get a bad soccer coach that she knows is going to tank the team? Why risk bringing somebody that doesn't know shit about anything over? And, you know, who knows? They roll the dice, get beginner's luck or something.
Yeah, because it's a TV show,
Right.
Bob.
But the owner is a female, just like Major League,
Yeah.
and she is divorced from her husband because apparently he was running around with her with a bunch of cheerleaders and everything else.
Damn him.
And the only thing he loved in the world was the team, and she got the team in the divorce. But I just found out earlier this evening that she is the same lady that played the nun that was yelling shame
Yes.
in Game of Thrones to what's her name?
Shit, whatever Lannister, what's it, the queen.
Yeah, but shoot, I'm drawing a blank.
Yeah, I can't
Forgot her
think
name.
of either.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. So yeah, I mean, if you watch Game of Thrones, then you know the scene we're talking about. She's forced to walk through the street naked while people spit on her and throw things at her, while this nun's behind her, shame, and hitting a gong or some shit. Same lady that plays the owner of the team on Ted Lasso. Ted Lasso has won multiple awards. That show, it is really.
Was it this one?
It's positive.
Shame.
Yes.
that it?
Shame.
Okay, all right.
And now I'm looking at that shame lady in a whole new light. For the first time, I'm like, she's pretty hot, actually.
Okay, her name is Hannah Waddingham,
Yeah.
and she actually
Waddingham.
kept the bell from the set whenever she left.
Oh, my God. I want her to use that on.
I do too. I would.
Shame while I masturbate in front of her. That's just for starters.
Yeah.
But, shame me. And then. That is so hot. And I wanted to dress as that nun, too, just like you, Bob.
Yeah, I wanted to put on the full habit, bring the
yeah.
bell,
Yeah.
and then prepare for a good plowing.
Yeah. Yeah, and she's got to leave it on the whole time. I'm just going to hike
The whole
it
time.
up.
Whole time.
Oh, yeah. I might even cover her face with it at one point, but yeah. No, maybe standing. I might have to stand on a phone book to tap that. She's kind of tall, but you know what? I'd be down. She's hot.
Yeah.
I really think she is. There's something about her that I find very attractive. I don't know how tall she is, but she's pretty damn tall.
She could put on heels if she's not tall enough for you.
We need to look that up. Hannah Waddingham.
Height.
Hannah Waddingham. What a great name.
And a Waddingham.
I'd like a.
I'd like to shoot a wad in her hand. Y'all knew it was coming, man. How tall is Hannah Waddingham? According to IMDb, she's 5'10" 3/4.
Oh, she'd be 6'2" in heels.
Holy shit! Maybe that's why she looked. Man,
Bobbly likey.
oh my God!
Yeah.
And she's a very curvy lady.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
And she's our age too.
I'd like to lick her armpits. I'm not gonna fucking lie to you.
She. I think she's
Hey,
born.
as long as you're honest, that's all I care about.
I think she was born in '73, so she's right there.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, yeah. She's very attractive, and I love her role on the show. I really like Ted Lasso. I find it to be uplifting and positive, and Sudeikis just knocks it out of the park, man.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and this last season, there was some stuff that's kind of turned on it. I mean, it really is good. It's not just light fluff. There's substance to the show. You're missing out
Good.
if you're not watching Ted
Right.
Lasso.
Okay, cool. Well, I will start watching that.
And it's the whole dynamic because the team, like all European soccer teams, they're all multinational players.
You bet.
And, he's a duck out of water with the whole soccer rules and an American in Britain and all of the hilarity that goes along with the differences in cultures with that.
Oh,
But what's nice is it's not just, it's not like some regular ass sitcom. They develop many of the characters on the show. They really develop those characters. They're not just
Focus on one
background fodder.
person,
It's not
yeah.
just, it's not Sudeikis and then Waddingham and, one or two more. They do a lot of character development on many of them. And it doesn't just focus, somehow it blends all together, in their lives and stuff. And it really is a good show. And it's funny too.
Well, you've got, 22 soccer players because there's 11 players on the first team and 11 substitutes or alternates or whatever they call them. And then you've got the ownership, the management, the ball boy, the coaches.
Ball boy. I'd like to be Hannah Waddingham's ball boy.
I bet you would, wouldn't you?
Water boy, whatever you call him.
Ball boy.
H2O.
Here's my bowls, Hannah. Shame. Cling.
And then the fans are great, too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, the bar, yeah, I like the bar owner, the older lady.
May.
May. I like May.
And then there's those three jackasses that are always together, always standing up underneath the TV.
Like in the first season, like he'd walk down the street, people like wanker.
And he had to tell his kid that was a slang for coach or something in Britain.
So anyway, without throwing any spoilers out there for Brian, I think you're going to like the show if you watch it.
Well, cool. I will definitely have to check that out.
So what the hell are you doing now?
Oh,
you're fiddling around looking for...
I'm working on sound stuff, yes.
Yeah, it's really killing our flow.
Y'all just keep talking. Why you got to worry about what I'm doing?
Because we're always worried about what you're doing.
Shame.
That one's a keeper. I like that one. We're going to have to use that one a lot for some of our comments. And
Yeah, no doubt. Well, we always have that one, and then we have our backup. Yeah.
Okay, so last weekend, I did something that I thought I was never going to have to do.
Put a finger in your butt.
I was going to say the same shit.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Holy shit.
Wow.
Oh,
Simpatico. Hey.
all right, Bob, go ahead. Sorry.
Yes, please continue.
Yes, we're sorry.
He's already done that.
We love you.
I was like, y'all think that's weird? So, anyway.
Full recovery.
Yes.
All right. I rented a storage building for some of my crap.
Yeah, you said something about that.
And I hate the fact that I did that because I'm one person living in a 2,400 square foot house.
Right.
And I had to go rent storage space for my crap to get it out of my garage.
Because you have developed this thing about you don't want shit in your house anymore.
I don't.
I've noticed that you won't hang things up on the wall.
Right.
He's keeping it bare bones.
I am.
I get it. It's your OCD kicking in.
I think so.
Yeah, that's fine though. I like it.
So
Continue. Sorry.
last Saturday morning, went down and rented the storage building.
Right.
And they asked me when I was going to be bringing my first load in. I get that a lot. But I told them I was going to go watch the OU game,
Right.
watch the football, then load up the truck, head over. Did that, and they still had their padlock on my unit.
Right.
And as much as I like my unit padlocked,
Yeah.
I was not prepared for that. So it's Saturday. I'm like, what am I supposed to do? So I call them up, and I leave a message on their voicemail, hoping that they will
Were you
respond.
nice and polite?
I was very nice and polite. I was like, no, hey.
Start out good.
Yeah, always. Well, they lock the gates at 9 o'clock at night. And I thought, okay, it's a manual system. They don't have one of the newfangled, automatic gates that, you push the push button code and the gate opens and closes for you and all that. It's just a manual. They go out and lock it up and you're good.
Oh, wow.
So I drove over there about 10 minutes till 9, hoping to meet the person that was going to be locking up the gates. Because the gates close at 9.
They were gone.
At 11 o'clock, the gates were still open and nobody had still showed up.
Oh, wow.
And I had to pee. So I was like, I don't know when these people are going to show up. I'm heading back to the house. When I got back to the house, I sent them an email. I thought, okay, maybe if they're not answering the phone, maybe at least somebody's got their email on their phone and we'll see that, something screwed up.
Yeah, so much for them protecting the damn storage place. Huh?
So Sunday, never did hear from them. The reason I needed to get the storage building this weekend is because I'm having the overhead garage doors replaced on Tuesday.
Right.
And they told me they needed 6 to 7 feet of bare space to work with.
Okay.
So now I've got no storage building. I've got a garage full of crap. And I've got a deadline of Tuesday morning. So Monday morning, I get a call from them. They told me that they made a horrific mistake. They gave me the wrong unit number. And they went to send me a text message telling me to change to unit number, blah, blah, blah. But they forgot to hit the send button on the text message.
Yeah, at least they were honest.
Sounds like a load of shit to me.
Well, it's a load of shit, but still, at least they come up with something.
Yeah.
Get a free month?
No.
Hand job?
No.
Sorry?
Told them to shove it up their ass.
They were very apologetic.
I would have said, give me half.
Okay.
I just said, why is that gate open past 11? Why, when it's closed at 9, say, what was your excuse for that? Did he forget to set the send button on, hit the send button on that reminder he was going to send to himself to close the fucking gate to protect my shit?
Right.
And then I went up there and just swept papers off their desk, just all kinds of shit.
So I ended up Monday afternoon after I got off work, all evening, loading up truck, hauling over to the storage building, all the way up till 9 o'clock to get as much over there as I could to have everything in the garage rearranged so they'd have the space that they need to redo the garage.
Let me tell you, changing out garage doors isn't hard. It really isn't. It's not a long, drawn-out process either. I would have moved the shit out in the yard and, to give them room temporarily. That should have been a one-day job.
Yeah,
it was a 2-hour job.
Yeah, but he wanted to park his car in the garage still, too, though.
Yeah, that's true.
That was his main thing.
Hell with that, man. I'd have thrown it out in the damn yard,
I have a garage sale.
Early that morning, I'd have moved everything I needed out into the damn yard, pulled the cars on the street, and said, all right, come on, let's get this shit done.
Yeah.
When they got here, in hell.
Oh, so they've already done it, haven't they?
Yeah.
I didn't even notice. I didn't look.
Well, now I feel bad about running into it because I didn't think it was done yet. And I thought, fuck, he's getting them replaced. Bang into them a couple
What
times.
kind did you get? Did you get the insulated one?
No, I just got a regular
Just
replacement.
got a regular door? Okay.
Yeah.
Shame. Clang.
Honestly, I don't think they needed to be replaced. The insurance company was willing to pay for
bet.
them to replace.
Oh, that's why you did it. Okay.
They're more than
because I never noticed anything about it because you had them painted too, didn't you?
I didn't. That's another funny story. Didn't I tell you about that? The guy showed up to paint like the eaves on the house, and that's all they were supposed to paint was the eaves.
Oh, yeah, they ended up painting the
They
garage
paint
door.
all
house,
every
yeah.
damn thing.
Yeah,
So,
I remember that.
I
yeah.
rolled into the driveway. They're halfway done painting the garage door. I'm like, well, I don't want a half painted garage door.
No shit.
Because, there's 300 different shades of white. And at that point in time, I had a garage door that was 2 tones of white that was very, very distinct.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that was rough. That was real rough. But now the garage, so the only thing I have left over from the April hailstorm left is windows.
So how long did you rent this storage space for?
It's just a month-to-month deal.
Okay, so just 1 month. Did you already move all your shit back?
No,
No,
he wants his car in the garage. He's
Yeah.
got so much stuff in there. He's got to get rid of it.
So you're gonna keep the
Yeah,
storage
yeah,
space.
I am.
Okay, well then, then it makes sense. I thought you got a storage space
Oh, no,
just
no.
to clear room for them to replace the garage doors. I was like,
No.
what the hell are you doing, man?
No, I got a storage space because I want my garage back.
Yeah.
I want my spare bedroom back. I want-
He's doing a country song in reverse.
Yeah.
Right, he gets everything back.
Yeah.
He wants his baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back. Come on, man. That's. I've learned where that button is.
Yes, you have.
I don't even know where all these buttons do.
No, not that one.
What? Oh,
That's our intro.
that was a crowd of people. It's nice here tonight in the studio. We've got the fireplace
We
going.
have a fire going.
Yeah.
We had a nice
Monitors are
dinner.
fired up. We had a delicious dinner, and
We had a good dessert.
yes,
Now
But
we're
you
just gonna
didn't
have
want.
to.
yeah.
Yes.
No, not for me.
I always say no, but then when they show up with it, I'm like, fuck it, I'll eat
Well,
it.
it's because Bob's like, yes, he's going to have
I,
it.
I never have a
Okay,
choice in that. He always
actually-
says yes.
No, y'all don't understand. I don't say yes for him to have it. I
For-
say
yeah.
yes.
Oh, so you can have
we
it.
can have extra.
Oh, okay. Well,
He's
next
like,
time y'all can have
you'll
extra.
take it. But then when it got there, he plowed right through the son of a
Absolutely.
bitch.
Yeah.
He didn't put up. You put up zero fight.
You're right,
So
I
let me
did.
tell you, your
Because-
defense was about as strong as the French army in a war.
Because when it
Immediately
gets there,
surrendered and put up the white flag, formed an underground. He's like, none for me. I shouldn't have this. And it's like, yeah, bring it out anyway. And then he was like,
You got extra honey for that sofa pan?
They're good, and that's the reason if I don't see it, then I won't eat it.
I feel the same way. Never mind.
Yeah, I know where you were heading with that one.
Why does everything have to be filthy?
Because it's funny.
Because filthy is funny.
It is.
Filthy is always fun.
Okay.
I think so.
Did you guys grow up in Benny Hill?
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
come
I
on.
loved Benny
Double
Hill.
entendre is one of the greatest forms of humor there is, in my opinion.
Benny Hill was always 10 p.m., Channel 34, every single night, Monday through Friday.
I wasn't allowed to watch it. I had to sneak it.
We all did.
Yeah.
I'd watch it with Dad.
Okay.
Oh, awesome.
And then we'd watch Bizarre afterwards. with
Oh,
John Biner.
Bizarre, yes.
And there was usually a nice pair of tatas on Bizarre.
There was always a
always.
nice set of tatas on Bizarre.
I'll tell you what, and you know what? One time on Benny Hill,
The girl up in
yes, you.
We all saw that, I guess.
yes,
the one time
it slipped through on.
Yep, there's a girl up in the window, and she took her top off, and every 12-year-old boy...
You bet, big old titties.
Yeah.
And this wasn't cable TV.
No.
This was
Masturbation
Yes.
from there on out.
Yes.
And Ted Bays, who was the general manager of Channel 34 back in the day, older guy, he was a devout Christian man. So I'm wondering how well I'm thinking how the hell did he get Benny Hill on there?
No
did he
shit.
even have it? But yeah,
He knew his audience.
he probably enjoyed it too because it was funny as shit.
Sometimes
You know,
money overcomes religion.
I'm telling you, and Benny Hill was. Come on, he was the master of the double entendre and
The songs.
oh my gosh, the music, or they'd speed up the game. Or he comes strutting down. Like one time, he had this new suit. He comes strutting down in it, and he's standing there. These girls walk by, and then he turns behind him. The Scarecrow in this film has the same fucking suit. So you know what? I guess
And some of his musical lyrics, the songs that he would
And he could
do
sing
was
his ass off.
I know. I love when he do the songs and stuff.
Irving.
Yeah.
Like, big dumb Irving, or what was it?
I read a thing about him years later. He basically died kind of a lonely person in a little hotel, in a little apartment.
Yeah,
He never was rich.
Not a lot of money.
He pretty much gave it all away.
Really.
Oh, that I didn't know.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
He was a talented guy, wildly popular,
Yes.
everywhere. But he was also, he played the role of the toy maker in the
Yeah, you talked
movie
about
Chitty
that.
Chitty
Yeah,
Bang
we were
Bang.
talking about that. Yeah.
and which fuck that movie. But
Did you know that movie was one of my childhood?
he said it scared you. So
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I think you talked about that. It scared the shit out of
I
you.
actually watched that movie in its entirety again, like 2 years ago.
really,
Because that movie did a number on me, and I believe it was the scene where they loaded up all the kids in the wagons with the it looked like the little prison wagons.
Yeah.
right?
I think that just freaked me the fuck out.
I think the. I don't know.
What's the first movie off the top of your head, Jason, real quick, you can think that freaked you out?
First movie that freaked me out.
Yeah, horror, whatever.
Oh, it would have to be it was what is it called? It had that damn ball. Phantasm.
Phantasm.
The
Oh, that
original
ball.
Phantasm.
Yes. Okay.
Not the Nicolas Cage version.
No, the original Phantasm, that horror movie, that fucking ball. That I saw that, but I can remember as a kid it stuck in my mind real little because my parents, we saw it at the drive-in movie, and it was. There was the kid feature first, and we were in back of the truck on mattresses asleep, but I remember parts of the movie, and it was Goldfinger, and it was that guy throwing his hat, Odd Job or whatever, throwing his hat, and it cutting the head of the statue or whatever off. They hit that marble statue, that Asian guy. Yeah, that freaked me out for some reason. So Goldfinger kind of freaked me out, and there was also in that same drive-in movie, there's some kind, I don't know if it was Godzilla or what, some kind of movie, but there was like these twin Asian chicks that freaked me out too. I was a little bitty kid. But
And you've had a things for Asians ever since?
No.
Oh, okay.
You know that, incidentally, this is kind of a little off subject, but okay, so in the movie, the Austin Powers movie,
Fuck me, fuck you?
Yeah, they would, they make spoofs, instead of, pussy galore, there was, a lot of vagina, and then instead of, Odd Job, there was random task. The guy that Asian guy that played Random Task, did you know he's in prison?
Really?
Yes, he is.
Ooh, what
Isn't
for?
that crazy? Probably cutting the head off of a statue with a hat. No, let's see.
Mine was Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
You got to hear this. You got to hear this.
I was in the back of a car when I saw that
Okay.
in a movie theater.
And I'm sorry, for Phantasm, I mentioned Nicolas Cage earlier. That wasn't Phantasm. It was Sorcerer's Apprentice. That he was.
I kind of think, yeah.
I got them confused.
Okay, that guy Joseph Hyung-min Son, South Korean, born American,
okay.
convicted felon, and
Wow.
former mixed martial artist, kickboxer, professional wrestler, and actor.
Yeah, he's the one that
record.
threw the shoe, right?
Yeah, he was serving a 7 years to life prison sentence in California for torture until the death of his cellmate, for which he was sentenced to an additional 27 years.
Shit.
He is now serving 34 years to life. So, acting career, he is in the 97 movie Austin Powers International Man of Mystery as Random Task.
Being a celebrity and all, I wonder if he's with Suge Knight. We were talking about that earlier.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, imagine him and Suge Knight together.
Well, Suge Knight's in San Diego.
Oh, okay.
So, it said he pled guilty to felony vandalism in 2008.
What is felony vandalism?
I don't know.
You run a car through a building?
I don't know. It says,
A federal building? Pissed on a mailbox at the post office?
So,
no.
because of the his condition of the original plea agreement on that, he was required to provide a DNA sample. In early 2008, his DNA sample was linked to a 1990 Christmas Eve gang rape.
Whoa.
Already in custody for a probation violation. See, he only got 60 days. He got probation and 60 days in jail for that felony vandalism. He was taken into custody and given an additional 90 days in jail due to a probation violation for failing to report to the Department of Probation and keep them informed of his current residence. So, and then because as a condition of his original plea agreement, he had to give the DNA sample. That was in 2008, and they linked it to a 1990 Christmas Eve gang rape. Since he was already in custody for a probation violation, he was arrested in facility in 2008. He was charged by authorities in his participation of the gang rape. He was charged in Orange County, blah, blah, blah. 5 counts of rape, 2 felony counts of forcible sodomy, 2 felony counts of sodomy in concert by force, 7 felony counts of forcible oral copulation, and 1 felony count of sexual penetration by foreign object by force. He faced a maximum of 275 years to life if convicted. Son and an accomplice tortured and repeatedly raped the victim before releasing her with her pants tied around her eyes. During the trial, the woman said that Son told her, "It's Christmas. This is your lucky day." It says before jury selection, the initial charges were dropped, having expired due to the statute of limitations. But then he was charged with conspiracy to commit murder and torture, crimes which have no statute of limitations.
Yep.
So what you're saying
that's why
is
he went to prison for torture.
So what you're saying is he's not going to be in another Austin Powers movie if there is one.
No.
Is that what you're saying?
No, it says so. So he says that Son and his co-defendant, Santiago Lopez Gaetan, pistol whipped their female victim, reportedly threatened to kill her, and raped her before finally releasing her.
Yeah, piece of shit.
So Son was sentenced to 7 years to life. Let's see. Blah, blah, blah. Then in October 2011, Son was accused of killing his cellmate, who was serving 2 years for failure to register in the county in February as a sex offender. The killing happened on B-Yard reception, blah, blah, blah. The beating occurred at 5:25, and Graham died 25 minutes later. After the killing, Son was moved to solitary confinement. Then he was charged with Graham's murder. At the trial, he was found guilty of voluntary manslaughter and received a 27-year sentence. So, okay, his professional record of mixed martial arts, he had 4 matches, 0 wins, 4 losses. 2 by
he was
knockout,
angry.
2 by knockout, 2 by submission.
So he's just been angry this whole time.
Apparently, he's not worth a shit as a prize fighter, but he's strong enough to beat down a guy who's serving 2 years for some kind of sexual offense. So, which happens in prison.
Yeah.
But so There you go. Isn't that weird? Ain't
crazy.
fame a bitch? Who would think of all the people,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, no shit.
some guy from an Austin Powers movie, but anyway, that was digressing really far off of Benny Hill. But,
No.
While you were looking that up, I checked out Phantasm.
Yeah.
Okay, that was a 1979 movie that was done on a $300,000 budget.
Yeah.
Okay, and the very first line in Wikipedia says, this article is about the 1979 horror film. For the similarly named 1976 pornographic film, see Phantasm spelled with an F, not a PH.
Wow, I saw the wrong fucking movie then
Oh,
as a
shit.
kid. Man.
I didn't even know they were doing porn flicks in 76.
Oh, yeah.
They've been doing porn forever. You
like
ain't
the
never looked into
60s,
the
I think.
vintage porn?
No,
like
well,
is it from the 30s and stuff?
Not from the 30s.
Oh,
no.
my God.
Oh, I didn't know they went back that far.
Now,
Oh
Dave-
man, they've been doing porn since Victorian time. Since the camera, right after the fucking camera was invented.
Hey,
they
got a
someone
great
saw
idea.
a picture of his fucking naked girlfriend. Yeah,
Well, go ahead, Bob.
Okay, so, damn it.
Okay, well, I'll talk while you try to figure that out. Every time
Phantasm.
someone invents something, there's always someone who goes, hey, what can we do with that sexually? It never fails.
Yeah.
Has anybody figured out what
okay.
they've done with the pogo stick yet?
I'd give it a try.
Yeah.
Here's a threesome, an FFM threesome from the 30s.
Okay, so Phantasm was made with a $300,000 budget.
Right?
It drew in $22 million at the box office in 1979.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, $300,000 budget. That's what, 70 times?
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Isn't that nice?
Damn. And it
Oh
probably,
my God, that is an old ass film.
It's from the 30s. It's French. See,
how much bush is in that one?
oh, it's awful.
Is it braided?
It's an FFM, but yeah.
Yeah, that's all going on. Well, good Lord, I didn't know they did it all the way back then.
Oh, I was going to say,
What did you think? Sex changed?
No,
over the
I knew
last-
sex was there. I just didn't know they were filming it back in those times.
Oh my God! Let me tell you, the 30s, the 20s, and 30s. People have always been dirty. Don't kid
Polaroid
yourself.
camera.
Well,
cameras.
they have always been dirty,
And,
yes.
and there's
Polaroid cameras?
oh yeah.
I'll bet.
Polaroid cameras lived until the internet, even though you could get your Kodak and go get it developed at the Photomat because people didn't want to take nudie pics and then have them go to get developed. They
Yeah.
wanted
They always look like
and it was
shit.
illegal in
Yeah.
Oklahoma to develop pictures.
well,
with the nudity
people were getting
like that.
turned in if somebody take a picture and there's a pot plant hanging out in the background.
Yeah, this is 1920s French porn, Bastille Day. And here we go. Let's get to the good parts.
We go from Benny Hill to 1920s porn.
Well, hey, did you ever see that TV show?
Whoa! Did you see that bush?
I think it was on Comedy Central called Dave Attell. It was Dave's old porn.
Yeah, Insomniac. Oh no! Wait, no. He used to do a show called "Look at the God Dang, Brian, you missed it."
I don't want to
No,
say
no,
that.
check. No, wait. Okay, wait. Some ugly French girl sucking a ugly French Peter. But wait, you're going to see something here in a minute you wish you had not seen.
Then why am I watching it?
Look at the size of that bush.
Oh my God.
You need a machete to get through that thing?
Yes, maybe
yeah.
more than that.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we have run out of time. It's time to go.
On that note.
20s porn.
All right, well, you guys have a good week, and we will see you soon.
All right, sounds
Yeah.
good.
Later.
Hell, you could say that 10,000 times and it still wouldn't be enough.
It fires me up, man.
I love it. Say it one more time.
Shake it, bake!
Does that feel good?
Yeah, it rhymes. They're both verbs.
Awesome.
Thanks for stopping by for a drink. I hope you enjoyed hanging out. Next time, invite some friends. Like and subscribe so you won't miss out the next time we are at the bar.